broadcasting live 4 days a week worldwide
from the sunny beaches of Southern California.
This is ExtremeHealthRadio.com.
Hey, this is Daniel Vitalis from SirThrival.com, and you're listening to Justin and Kate on Extreme Health Radio. And I'm just here to remind you to rewild yourself.
I don't know.
You don't know about what?
I think your voice is becoming a little too sexy on the intro. Now I might have to re-record my part.
Really?
Yeah, you brought sexy back.
I'm bringing sexy back to the voice, huh?
Your raspy, sick voice was working for you when you were re-recording that one.
You think I was a little overboard?
It sounds pretty sexy, and mine sounds very like Hanson, very poppy, very peppy.
Hanson, like the band?
Bop, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I might need to...
I think it sounds good. I like your voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I might have to re-record mine. I'm just saying. If you're going to use that voice, I might have to pull out all the stops.
Pull out all the stops.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you know.
Maybe do like a voice like, what was that cartoon character?
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. You knew it.
I know you so well.
I was thinking...
From Roger Rabbit?
Was that from Roger Rabbit?
I think Roger Rabbit. What a throwback.
Golly, that was what, mid-90s?
Yeah.
That was a heck of a long time ago, wasn't it?
Wow, some people listening that have been writing in weren't even born.
Because she had some kind of sexy voice, didn't she?
Well, right. She was a rabbit in a red dress, wasn't she? Or was she a human?
No, she was a human.
She was. He was the rabbit.
Yeah,
Ew, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, a little bit weird. Getting into some kinky sexual.
We're going to back up there.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You can introduce us now.
Oh, I should introduce the show.
We're getting really bad on these free-for-all sessions.
Yeah, we just start. I think it's because we're so, on the other shows, we're so, our tie's all buttoned up tight and we're all stiff upper lip and we got to do a regular intro.
Yeah.
But for these shows, we're so casual. It's like we're walking in on a casual Friday with shorts on, to a corporate job.
In our PJs.
Our PJs, yeah.
I like that people don't mind it.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll introduce this. So this is Justin, and you are my wife.
Kate.
And this is Extreme Health Radio. What episode is this here?
195.
195, and today is Wednesday, January 8th, 2014.
Right.
And so we're happy that you're aboard and listening. And yeah, it's a great day here in Southern California and just enjoying being on the show with everybody.
Yeah.
Got lots to get to today, that's for sure.
Ooh, I know.
Yeah, today we're going to take some listener questions and we're going to talk about our plans and some New Year's resolutions and things like that for 2014. What do you think about that?
Well, I couldn't be more thrilled. I think that this year it was cool. Like, I think it was our last Free For All Friday. We talked a lot about the last year. This one, we're going to kind of focus a little bit on the year to come, and we got some cool things going on.
Yeah, and forgive me, everybody, for my cough. I'm still overcoming my whooping cough.
Yeah.
And it's a slow process.
You're totally making strides, though, with that.
Drinking silver, nebulizing silver.
Garlic.
Talked about everything in the last...
Yeah, we did.
Everything
if you want to know more about Justin's sickness, it took up the whole first 20 minutes of our show. Episode 192.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't mean that mean.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, with coffee enemas twice a day. I feel like Jessica Ann's cough,
Seriously.
And you know what? This thing is holding on like for dear life, isn't it?
Oh, man. It's quite a beast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting, too. When you have a cough like this, it's interesting how whenever you're in situations, it's sort of like when I was a kid and I would eat dinner at the dinner table and I'd be with my brother and he would always make me laugh. And, that was the one place where we couldn't laugh.
Because you got in trouble?
Yeah, I got in trouble. Or you'd be in school and you'd laugh in school or something like that. And it was the one place that you couldn't joke around. And that was always the place where everything was the most funny,
It still is.
Yeah, and it's like that too. When I go to bed at night, I don't want to cough and keep you awake. And that's always the time that I cough the most.
Well, and in the last couple of days of shows, it's like you were fine until then. And then now it's like the minute you can't cough, you have to cough all the time.
Have you heard about the EM wave machine?
I don't know. Remind me.
It's a little device you can get for about $130 on Amazon.
What's it called? The what?
EM. I think it's called the EM wave.
Okay. I'll
put a link to it in this show notes. extremehealthradio.com/195. But it's a device that tests. It's sort of it works along the same pathways as what Dr. Alex Lloyd and Bradley Nelson talked about.
With the emotion stuff?
With the emotion stuff. And so because the heart puts out 1,000 times the electrical capacity than any other organ in our body, I think the second most electrically charged organ is the brain, but the heart is 1,000 times more than that. And so it measures your autonomic nervous system. So it measures whether or not you're in balance and if your body's in a stressful state at specific times. And so you can hold this device. I'm not sure if you might, I think there's a little part that you clip to your ear. I've been doing some research on it, and you can hold this device and you can find out whether or not you're in a stressful place, no matter what you do. Because sometimes you could be stressed and you don't even know it.
Whoa.
If it's like...
You mean so a stressful space, like place in your life. It doesn't mean like you're in a room and you're stressed out and then you go to the library and you don't mean space that way or place that way.
You just, anytime
place in life, like...
Well, anytime you're feeling stressed, it will measure that.
Okay.
And so a lot of the times you can be stressed and not even know it.
Right.
And so it will measure and it will tell you, and over time it learns more about your autonomic nervous state.
Autonomic just means involuntary, kind of like how your body just...
Yeah.
So like when your heart beats, it's just involuntarily. Okay, got it.
And it's a really interesting device.
Wow,
and so you can measure like whether or not, you get stressed on the air or on the radio, if you're in balance, and if your heart resonance is in balance with your emotions and everything like that.
That sounds like a fabulous machine. Yeah,
we don't have one yet. I want to get one, but I would, from everything I've known about it, it's a great way to check in and to measure yourself in all circumstances, so you can find out where your body's the most stressed.
Yeah.
So, because a lot of times, like I said, we're stressed, we don't even know it. Maybe that's why I'm coughing, because I'm maybe stressed on the air and I don't know it.
Interesting.
Weird, huh?
You think you really are?
Well, I could be. I don't know.
Or you're just, like you mentioned earlier, maybe it's like the knowing, like as a kid, like you said, you can't laugh, so you want to more. It's like you always want what you can't have, kind of thing.
Yeah, it could be that.
I wonder if it's kind of like that situation where all of a sudden you can talk, but now you can't because,
I know.
It's weird.
Yeah, you don't know. So what are your plans, New Year's resolutions? Do you have anything going on for 2014? Lots...
Nothing
happening. Nothing going on.
I don't. Yeah, no, that's far from the truth. Actually, I left my list out there.
Oh, you did? You want to grab it?
Yeah. Can you start talking?
Yeah, because I got a couple things. I'll just tell the listeners what.
I also have to pee.
Oh, okay.
So you talk and I'll be right back.
Okay.
I should have gone before this.
No problem. A couple things that I am interested in doing this year is I want to start reading more, because I don't know about you guys, but reading is a very, very just an important thing to do. And I think it's really important to have that mind stimulus, and have that mental stimulation, in your mind, and to be encouraged of new ideas and things. And I've just not read for the past probably year, because I've been focused mainly on providing content for the show and doing all that kind of stuff. And so I've let my reading habits slip a bit. And so I used to be really good at it. I used to have a goal of reading, I think it was 20 pages, 10 pages in the morning, 10 pages in the evening. And so let me do a little calculation here. Let's see. I love doing this kind of stuff. 20 pages a day times 30 days. That's 600 pages a month. And the average book is probably, 250, 300 pages. So that's 2 books a month. If you read 20 pages a day, pretty easy to do. So, that's one thing I want to start doing is reading.
I come back and you have the calculator in your hand.
Of course. I'm calculating. I'm calculating.
You should just be a calculator. You should get paid to just calculate things.
Like Scott Flansworth or whatever his name is.
I don't know.
Scott Flansburgh.
Who's that?
The human calculator.
Oh, is that a real person?
Yeah.
The guy that could Yeah, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, he was really good.
He was really good. That was so belittling. He's like the best at numbers in the entire universe. Yeah, he's really good.
he was good. As if he's dead.
Yeah, isn't he? He's still very much alive?
No, he's a young guy.
He's young. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
No, I was just calculating if you read 20 pages a day, which is what I used to do.
Right.
That's 600 pages a month, and the average book is what, 300 pages probably.
That's a couple books.
That's $2 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get back to reading.
Yeah.
More
coffee enemas. We'll do that too because I read 2 whole books.
Yeah, I should do that because I usually take my iPod in there and listen to stuff. Mm-hmm. But I should probably do reading, huh?
I've only listened to my iPod and watched a YouTube video once when I was in there, and I really enjoyed it because it was a break from the norm. But the norm for me is just relaxing with a book. I love that space. You turn on either a space heater in there or a fan to block out any other distraction and noise, and you're like in a little pot of greatness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
laying on the bathroom floor.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think coffee enemas are I was thinking about this the other day. I think coffee enemas are the ultimate act of self-love.
Yeah, you've said that.
Because it's such a process to do. You have to learn how to make the coffee. You have to buy the right coffee. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do any of this, but you have to
you have to
make the coffee. You have to prepare it and prepare enough for a few days. And you have to go get the equipment and put out the mats to lay on and your little timer.
We put pillows down, the timer, you get your book, you get your coconut oil to lube up the end of it.
Yeah, it's just...
it's quite a process.
It's quite a process. And so, you know how the Chinese would say, they would say things like, herbs are more healthy when you have to forage to go get them. Like there's an element of health that arrives because someone has to work to go get them.
Sure.
And I think that's true with coffee enemas too. You know what I mean? It's just so...
Yeah, you work for it. It wasn't handed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I mean, what greater cleanse can you do that really involves that kind of time? You know? It's just so... I don't know. It's just so...
I enjoy it a lot, actually. I enjoy the process of it, too.
Yeah.
I do. Even though it's, the whole thing is work. I kind of like that quote by... Was it Julia Child? With her cooking.
Oh, yeah.
And she said she enjoys everything from the setup to the cleanup kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I always had to keep that in mind when we'd throw these dinner parties where there was just because we don't have a dishwasher, we wash everything by hand. Yeah. And there'd be hours. It was fun at the time setting it up. It was so easy, but then, you just kicked Maggie in the face.
I know. Sorry about that, Maggie.
And then I'd be cleaning up going, oh no, it's going to take me hours. But then I had to change my thought about it. And I thought, this is actually fun. Put on a little Ella Fitzgerald, put on some party music and be in my head or put on my iPod, whatever, and just enjoy the process. And since I started doing cleanup like that, I've also tried to view other things like that. So the coffee enema process is very much the same. If you aren't in a hurry, and you make time to enjoy it, you just change your thought about it. It becomes a really fun process.
And, if it's really healing, I just think it's such a healing thing because, if you're too busy for one, that means you would have changed your schedule that day to clear time for that. And you're really investing in yourself and your healing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's it's almost like going to a day spa for a full day or something like that. You're really saying to your body,
I value you.
I value you enough to do this.
Sure.
And yes, it's work, but nothing good comes without a little bit of work, Yeah. And I think there's I think that side of it, of doing it, is probably just as beneficial as a 30% placebo effect. That's, the average for any of these, for medical stuff,
Sure.
I just think, I don't know. It's really cool.
Excuse me. I valued it a lot, but I value it a heck of a lot more after you start seeing the stuff that can come out of you.
Yeah, I just have regular excretions. I don't have any worms or anything like that.
I'm sure they're on their way.
They're coming. They're coming.
I mean, maybe you don't, but I'm sure we all have stuff that you wouldn't think would be lingering in your body. But
right.
The more you do them, honestly, the more comes out. I'm losing my voice.
Are you losing your voice?
I think you passed it on to me.
No. Mm-hmm. So the other thing I'm looking forward to doing is doing the liver cleanse this year.
Oh, good one.
Doing the olive oil. The flush. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What is it? The lemon and olive oil, right?
And yeah. there's another way we're going to do it. But yeah, I think you can add other elements into that too.
The amazing liver gallbladder flush.
The Andreas Moritz.
Andreas Moritz, yeah.
Style. Mm-hmm.
He's written a whole book on it that we should, we'll put a link to that.
Something I'm a little leery about, but I'm saying yes to everything.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be a good thing.
Yeah, I know it will be a good thing. It's just getting the guts up to do it.
Are you doing coffee enemas? Are you going to kind of go back to like a maintenance level?
I probably will. I feel like I'm going to strive for at least 2, if not 3 a week.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I was doing them every day, and that was great for a time period, but I feel like my body's in a new cycle and a new phase, and I feel like that will be just about right for me.
Yeah, you were saying earlier that you didn't get really dependent on them, but I do. I mean, I would do one if I did a couple days in a row. The next day, I wouldn't go to the bathroom at all. And I watched that video by Jess Ganskoff, and she was doing 5 a day.
Wow,
5 a day, because she was doing, I think, 12 or 14 juices every day to heal her cancer. The reason why she did that many, or the Gerson therapy talks about doing that many, is because when you introduce that amount of juice into your body, it's really detoxifying, and so it allows, or it pulls toxins and heavy metals into your blood, and they get reabsorbed into the liver if you don't do coffee enemas. So they said something about like 2 to 2.5 coffee enemas per juice. Wow. And so that's why she did 5 a day, and she said she's not dependent on them at all. She can go to the bathroom fine without
maybe it is because the excessive juice, though. I mean, maybe there's something. Does she still juice that much a day? Do you know?
I don't know. I know she was diagnosed with cancer in 2008, and at the time of this video I was watching, I think it was 2010. And so she's been, cancer free for, what is it, 4 years. No, 6 years.
6 maybe.
Is that right?
We should put a link to her for people who don't know her website, The Wellness Warrior.
Yeah, she's great.
She's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things to do this year.
I'd like to have her on one day and talk to her about her journey, and I mean, talk about commitment.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I could barely do 2 coffee enemas a day every day for a few days, and
yeah,
that was like, that was crazy.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But anyone who values their health and staying alive and recover and restoring their body to perfect balance, you have to charge it like that.
Yeah.
If you want to get the results that she got.
Hey, do you have any scars on your body?
I'm sure.
You've never had surgery, have you?
Mm-mm.
Thank God.
I know. I can't believe it.
I have 2.
Yeah, you have 2.
One on my wrist, one on my left hip. From surgery to repair I had a broken wrist or something when I was a kid. But yeah, some people were talking about the mud packs. Have you heard about that?
I'm not sure.
When you get a scar on your body, it energetically blocks the meridian flows and the energy pathways in your body. And a lot of times, if those remain blocked for a period of time, for years, you can start having radical imbalances, from liver function issues to whatever organs reflex back to that area of the body through the scar.
Wow.
Yeah, so organs can become weakened as a result, and then you start having these symptoms, and you can't figure out why. And a lot of times they can be alleviated and completely reversed with mud packs. So,
wow, that says something. If the outside of your body scars have that impact, imagine what internal scar tissue can do.
Ooh.
Yikes.
I never thought about internal inflammation.
Yeah. Inflammation, scar tissue. I mean, you think of all those, you've heard stories, we've all heard stories where somebody goes in and they're doing like exploratory surgery or have to help, like life-saving things, but then there's so much scar tissue buildup sometimes that they can't get to the place that they need to because of prior surgeries and things like that. But
wow.
It's interesting. I never really thought about that.
Yeah, Dr. Bob Marshall, his website is healthline.cc. Okay. And he's got a really great radio show that I listen to sometimes. And he talks about the energetic blockages and the plasma energy field. He was on episode number 16 of our show. And he talks about the plasma energy field and how the DNA transfer, the photonic transfer of light between our physical body and this plasma energy field that surrounds us, like that toroidal, what is that called? The toroidal energy field around our bodies. and there's a photonic transfer of light that happens. And it's just amazing what this guy's doing. But he talks about that a lot, about how the energetic blockages in mud packs. And the reason why is because a lot of people will call up his radio show, women, and they'll talk about a specific problem, and he'll say to them, well, do you have any kids? And they'll say, yeah, I have 2 kids. Okay, were they C-section or were they vaginal birth? And they'll say, oh, C-section. And then he'll immediately talk about the scars. Uh-huh. And he'll talk about why their condition is related to that particular scar. And then he'll say, if the person says, no, it was vaginal birth, and he'll say, well, do you know if you had an episiotomy? Uh-huh. Because women can be torn rectally to vaginally through the birth, and these things cause problems. Oh, God. And if mud pack that scar and fix it, you're going to have all host of all kinds of problems that he knows all about how it all works. But I can't imagine.
First of all, I'm laughing that you retain all this information because I don't know how you do it, but I can't imagine where you would give birth. Very few places where people actually know this, and you'd be like, oh, slap a mud pack on there. You have to know everything going into a birth. You have to be prepared if that's going to be your case, to have the next step ready to keep you from a lot of these.
Yeah, and I think he talks about
ill effects.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think it's the sooner that you fix the scar after it happens, the better, because the less damage it's caused on an energetic and frequency level. But you can still fix it no matter how many years it's been.
Fixing it mean it actually physically goes away, or you just reverse the damage by throwing the mud pack on it for so long that it's still a scar, but it doesn't have the detrimental health effects.
Yeah, I think with his mud pack protocol, it's still a scar, but it fixes the energetic blockages that happen. Dr. Jonathan Wright talks about how to get rid of scars naturally. I think he uses, oh gosh, I forget, this a certain type of oil and rubbing it on the skin. But in his journals, he talks about how he's getting rid of scars on people. So
oh my gosh,
on a physical level. But yeah, I want to use mud packs and see what that does for this thing, because I'm sure there's a connection to us.
What kind of mud are we talking about? Can you go in the backyard and dig up mud, or does it have to be a special mud?
I don't know. That's a good question. I need that part of the show. I didn't recall. I missed that part of the episode.
2014 stuff to figure out.
From when I heard this in 2006, I can't quite remember that particular part. But
what's wrong with you?
No, but I want to do that. I think that'd be a cool thing to do this year.
That sounds like a great idea.
Because every year it's cool to have things that we can do.
I know what one of mine is.
New protocols. What?
Well, I have a lot, but one is drink more water.
Yeah.
Because when we were a couple of weeks ago at the Dayton Medical Center in Miami for some blood work because of a retreat we're going on, we were supposed to be very well hydrated going into our blood draw. And let me tell you, I was not a big fan of needles. Very nervous, and I wasn't sure how that was all going to go because I've never had so many vials of blood taken at one time. It was 18 vials or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, the more I drink, the better. So then the day before, I'm not kidding, my kidneys were probably ready to float out of my body.
Yeah, they were probably be sent into orbit.
They were. I've never drank so much water, but let me tell you, my blood was just flowing out of my body. Frank and Edwin, the guys over there that are just so amazing. They're the medics, and they do so much, and they're just such amazing guys. If you guys ever get the chance to go over and experience their medical care, they're just phenomenal.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Not only was Frank he was the best blood draw in the entire world that I've ever had, but he kept my mind off of it when there's vial after vial after vial. But my blood, he goes, oh, it's just, I don't want to look at it still, but he said it's coming out so nicely. And I've really realized, I guess that's what, I've never felt so fully hydrated as I had at that point.
Really?
No, and that was a heck of a lot of water, and I don't think I'd be able to do that every day. But I did really realize that I need to drink a lot more water in 2014.
Yeah, that's something I want to do too, is drink more water.
It's easy.
It's funny because a lot of my food is liquid anyway, like fruits and vegetables and smoothies and things. But that's, even though there's structured water, and that's better water than anything, inside the vegetables and fruits. But it's still not water because you're still, chewing it. And so That's one of my goals too, is to rehydrate myself and to drink at least 3 liters a day.
Yeah.
On top of everything else.
It's really important because my goal, I realized I felt really dry today, and driving up to see my best friend for dinner tonight, I stopped and got a water, and I thought my goal by the time I get back is to drink, like, I think it was equal. I drank 2 huge things, so it was, I think it was equal to half a gallon. And that's why I had to pee at the beginning of the show, because I didn't realize all of a sudden, bam, it hit me.
Bam.
But, gosh, I feel so much better even after I just drank 2 of those huge bottles of water, you know?
You know what I want to get is this really cool thing that I saw on Sir Thrival's website.
Really?
And Daniel Vitalis has got a really cool thing. It's called a Myron glass bottle. It's a glass bottle. I think it's... Let's take a look here. Let me go on his website. And he's got all these really great products, pretty cutting edge stuff, obviously, because we support him. But he's got some gear.
Okay.
And if you go on there, it's a Myron glass water bottle. It's $21. Let's see, how big is this thing? It's let's see, it doesn't say. Okay, let's see. Made from the same dark violet Myron glass that we use for our tincture formula. Is this 1 liter bottle? Nice. It's 1 liter. Okay, good.
Nice.
Check it out.
Can I see that?
Yeah, let me turn the screen here.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's a chemical-free, non-toxic glass that's Myron, so it prevents the light from getting in the water bottle.
Right. Wow, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, because when light hits water, it destructures it, according to David Wolf, and it fragments the structure of the water. And especially if it's in something like a container, it's not allowed to move. So it becomes fetid eventually. And so when you can prevent light from getting in, like this Myron glass, that would be really cool.
Wow, well, that's something that we should... Because we're always looking to constantly... We got an email today, I believe. Was it today or yesterday from a guy? Well, we'll probably read that at some point. That he was really wondering about how to store water a little more properly once you have it in the glass, but keep it dark. Or he wasn't sure like how important that was.
Oh, yeah.
The way you dispense it. So we'll get into that. But hey, on that page... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
On that page of Sir Thrival, though, that looks like a picture of like work boot Vibrams.
Yeah.
Are those actually Vibram shoes, but they're like work boots?
Yeah.
Did he have those made for himself?
Probably.
Because that's on my list. I got a pair of Vibrams thanks to you for Christmas.
Yeah.
World's ugliest shoes, but I am all about trying them.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, if you're interested in this Myron glass water bottle, 1 liter, if you go to extremehealthradio.com/Sir Thrival, that will give us a little commission for your order if you're interested in that kind of stuff.
I want one.
SURTHRIVAL. But yeah, I want to get one of those things. Yeah, those Vibrams, what do you think of them?
I like them.
Yeah?
If you don't know what Vibrams are, I didn't know a couple of years ago until Justin wanted some for Christmas, and I got you some. But they're those shoes that they're like water socks. They're made out of like wetsuit material, and they have toes. Like each little toe has its own. It's like wearing a glove on your foot.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a whole science behind the Vibram. Have you looked into all that?
I have when I was looking at yours for Christmas 2 years ago, and I thought it was pretty cool.
There's a whole brain connection to these things. It's crazy.
Yeah, do you remember more than I do? You probably do because you retain everything. It's probably in your brain still.
Well, yeah, I know that there's some sort of energetic connection between each toe and a particular part of your brain, from what I remember. And it helps to, I don't know, neurologically stimulate the brain if you are able to move all of your feet, all of your toes, and that kind of capacity instead of it all being locked up in a shoe. And there's a whole ton of stuff. That's all I remember, though.
So we don't really believe that they ground you necessarily because you're still not touching the ground and there's still like rubber between you and the earth. Yeah, they're still not grounding, which is, I would like to see... A grounded shoe like that. Like a Vibram style shoe. That would be cool. They do have those little strips. David Wolf, I think, has those on Longevity Warehouse. They're like little heel straps. They go around your heel. That might be actually kind of cool. On the what warehouse would you say? Longevity Warehouse. Let me go on there and see if he's got those things. They're a strap that fits over your heel, kind of like that, kind of like at an angle. And so it goes on the bottom of your foot and then around the back of your heel,
and then it connects to your. It goes
Hard to
around
explain.
your ankle. Yeah, it's hard to explain.
Like a ballet flipper? Sorry.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if he's got these things. But that would be a cool way to actually ground.
I don't think I've seen those, but my Vibrams are the first start, and then I can only upgrade. But at least I'm getting trying something new, and I'm excited about it. I'm going to wear them in tomorrow, actually.
He's got grounded. David Wolf has grounded sandals. Have you seen those? That's interesting.
No, can you put that monitor over here?
Oh, yeah. Let me do this.
Maggie just jumped on my lap.
Oh,
Maggie.
See, they should do that.
Do you want doggy Vibrams?
Doggy.
Oh, yeah.
But they should do grounded Vibrams. I think that would be the next.
That would be cool. Vibrams are growing on me because I think they're really ugly. Still not quite a big fan of them, but I was at REI tonight exchanging the size of them, and for some reason when I saw them, they kind of have a place in my heart now. I thought,
yeah,
it's kind of like, they're special. I think I'm not looking at them like the ugly duckling anymore, and I think they're kind of unique. I don't think I'd necessarily wear them around town with like jeans or anything. I think it looks kind of silly.
Why did when you first were made known of them, you really disliked them, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
Why?
When you said you wanted them, I'm like, oh no. I thought he's going to be wearing these with shorts. It's going to look horrible. Like
he's going to be one of
one of those guys who doesn't get what he should not be wearing in public.
right. As if I have no understanding what style is any good, right?
I was going to say you haven't been doing that for all these years, so I don't know why you would start now. But
yeah, you think I'd wear like a poncho like David Wolf and my Vibrams and
I like David Wolf's poncho.
Yeah, his poncho is pretty cool.
Does he wear Vibrams?
Probably.
Yeah, he's got his own style. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dig him. I know some people that do, and it actually like works for them, but I just thought, I don't know if that would work for us. But yeah, no, I kind of think they're cool. People should check them out. I'm sure people have seen them, but here where we live at the beach, there's just a beach trail that runs along for miles and miles, and you see a lot of people wearing them because it's flat, and it's just kind of a cool concept. I like it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I'll also put a link to the Vibrams we get ours on Amazon. They're much cheaper than the regular store, probably 30-40% off, right? I mean, aren't they like around $100?
Yeah. We got ours for like $65 or something. Yeah.
So we'll put a link to those on there.
I'm so excited. I'm going to bust them out tomorrow.
I know, right? Mm-hmm. You know another thing I want to do this year?
No. What?
Castor oil packs.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, castor oil packs.
My friend Isabel's been writing in a lot, and I feel like I have a lot to ask her about how to do that.
Yeah, she was talking about doing castor oil packs for what?
Your liver.
For your fibroids.
And my fibroid. Not my fibroids.
Your body's fibroids.
Yes, we have to talk about that.
They're
too.
not yours.
I'm not going to own anything. I'm not owning my challenges.
Yeah, we had a doctor write into us. Remember that?
Yeah, I was going to mention that. He was so cool. He wrote in like a week ago, I think, and he said he had heard me mention in one of these prior episodes my fibroid, and it's so easy to just continue to say that. And he said might be part of the problem that you might not be healing because you're taking ownership of it. Yeah,
you're telling your body that it's yours, and why would you want to give up something that's yours?
Why would it not want to stay?
Mm-hmm. So that's not your fibroid; it's your body's fibroid, and you're not your body anyway.
And it's on its way out. And the castor oil packs, I'm very interested in. I feel like I have to sneeze for the last 5 minutes, and yet I can't do it.
You can't do it?
No. Okay. Sorry, but I'm stuffy.
You're stuffy, huh?
All good.
No dairy today, did you?
Just stick some mud on my face and mud pack myself.
Mud packs.
No.
Another good thing, too, that we did this year is we did the Mind movies. Yeah, Mind movies are this really cool thing we've been telling people about. If you're interested in checking it out, it's extremehealthradio.com/Mind movies, all one word. That's plural, Mind movies. extremehealthradio.com/Mind movies. And they're these tools that you can use to really kind of get inspiration and
that was a New Year's a goal we had to do on New Year's Eve this year, going into the new year. Whoa, I just choked. And we talked about it for the last few months, and we actually stuck with it, and we did it on that very day to kind of give us a motivational, almost like a vision board.
Yeah, it's like a digital vision board, I guess. It's
neat. You can put it to music. It's pretty cool. You can watch the video on what all it's about on that page, but
Yeah.
I got mine cranking.
Yeah, you're almost done with yours. I got to still do mine. You add pictures, you add music, and you add
inspirational
quotes
and words and
things like that.
You can do the effect. I'm not very computer savvy, but it was just it's very user friendly, and that's the reason why. Not only did I want to have that Mind movie for my year, but I also wanted to see if we backed it, and how easy it was to use, because I'm like, it's easy. If you can use a mouse and drag something to a box, you're pretty good. You can even manage the special effects, how stuff fades in, how it goes out.
Mm-hmm. You can get pretty technical with it.
Well, and you can do, once I believe you sign up, you can make as many movies as you want. It's not like a yearly fee, right? You own it, right?
Yeah, and so the idea is to watch these movies and kind of get inspired, motivated, and
play them daily to yourself or weekly or whatever.
Yeah, daily is probably best,
I would think.
And the idea is to really kind of get yourself motivated and inspired about what your goals are, and kind of keep that focus and that, keep yourself on that track in your mind where you're able to constantly be aware of what your goals are. A lot of people forget their goals throughout the middle of the year, or October, November, and so it's good to keep you on track and to keep you focused and reminding yourself, is what you're doing today or in this particular moment, supporting your goals that you had, and.
Well, and I realized in my movie it was hard to kind of decipher. I don't know how to explain this, but I guess I'd be writing different, doing different scenes of things I projected that I wanted in my life. And some of them I wrote like, I will blank, or I'm doing this, but other ones are like, I did this, or I finished that. So I had this past present kind of like melding, and it got kind of fuzzy. And then I watched my movie and I'm like, oh, some are like, I'm in the future looking back, already claiming that I did it. And others were like still to come. So, but I know what they mean, and that's all that matters. So I'm like, why edit it? It's kind of cool. It's like the whole thing is just super motivating. But. Right.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's cool, and I think you guys will probably like it. ExtremeHealthRadio.com/mindmovies. If you're interested in seeing what that's all about.
They're just a neat tool to keep inspired. And
I bet you they make so many sales during the end of the year. I bet they
like
do
gyms.
Yeah, right? I bet they do all that stuff. Interesting thing, the Mind movie. So, do the liver cleanse. And you also, actually, we're going to do a break, but there's also a new book that's sort of, I don't know how to say, it's become a part of your life, right?
My new book?
Yeah. So we'll talk about that after the break. Got a great book. So we're going to run a little ad right here, right now for, let's see, the Bellicon, our favorite rebounder. So we'll be right back after this break. I have been a huge fan of rebounding for many, many years, and if you want to get in great cardiovascular shape, tone your legs, back, and butt, and stomach, as well as cleanse your lymphatic system from toxins and chemicals, you just have to start rebounding. It's imperative. And not only will it create endorphins that quickly become addictive to you, but it's very low impact as well. It helps to prevent sicknesses and diseases, as well as increase bone density, and it flushes toxins from your lymphatic system. It's amazing. And not only that, but it's a ton of fun also. I do it every single day for about 15 minutes. And we found the best rebounder on the market today in the world, bar none. It's called the Bellicon Rebounder. It's the Rolls Royce of rebounders, in my opinion. And let's listen to some of what our guests have had to say about rebounding. Robert von Sarbacher is a health researcher and creator of the Mini B protocol. And Robert, what's your favorite exercise?
In general, probably one of the number one anti-aging exercises on the planet is rebounding. So 15 minutes a day is good for that. You can find people who have had thermography scans on cancers, giant tumors, and when they're doing a rebounder, it would start spewing out and shrinking right in front of your eyes, the tumor would, as they're on the rebounder. So it's really good for that sort of thing. It's also very good for exercising internal organs. It's the only internal organ exerciser that I know of known to man.
Dr. Lindsay Duncan is the CEO and founder of Genesis Today. And what's the best way that you think of to stimulate the lymphatic system of the body?
Rebounding is incredible because it's good for the lymphatic system, and there's more lymph fluid in the body than there is blood. And the quickest way and the most effective way to get the lymphatic system flowing is through rebounding itself.
Yeah, because the lymphatic system can't really detox itself, can it? I think you know.
No, the heart, we have the heart, thank you, for pumping blood. And we don't have a heart to pump lymphatic fluid. The only thing that really can pump lymphatic fluid is cardiovascular exercise utilizing the thighs, the thigh muscles. And that's why rebounding and getting a burn in that thigh muscle is so important for the flow and the stimulation of the lymphatic fluid.
Wow, and they even put cancer patients on rebounding, don't they?
Nutritionists do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but not a conventional doctor. But yeah, I've been learning about rebounding lately. It's quite an amazing thing.
Yeah, rebounding's amazing.
Health researcher and author of Cancer Step Outside the Box, Ty Bollinger. What do you do in your life to prevent cancer?
What do you do to treat cancer? What do you do to prevent it? Rebounding is something that I try to do on a daily basis. A little mini trampoline for those people that aren't familiar with the term rebounding, but it's basically just jumping up and down on a little mini tramp. What that does is it stimulates the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is one of our primary detoxification systems in our body, and most folks don't stimulate their lymph flow, and so the toxicity in their body builds up because their lymph is not stimulated, and the up-down motion on a rebounder stimulates the lymph flow better than just about any other exercise. So I do that almost on a daily, probably 5 days a week. I would say I average doing that.
And finally, author and speaker and creator of the Longevity Now program, David Wolf. Do you think the Bellicon is the best rebounder on the market today?
Absolutely. I was just with the crew in Europe that does the Bellicon rebounder, which is an incredible rebounder. My God, what a machine. And it doesn't use metal springs. It uses like flexi ropes. So it's very soft and fun, and it's just great to play with.
Well, there you have it. The up and down G-force actually stimulates every single cell in your body. It's incredible. And as someone who works out in the gym a lot and does Qigong, I think that the best physical aerobic exercise, in my opinion, is rebounding. It's just absolutely incredible for the human body. And the Bellicon is silent, and it comes with a warranty, and you can get them in several different sizes and colors, and some of them have bars that you can hold on to in case you're worried about balance. It's a well worth it investment in your health and in your future. So check them out in our store if you'd like, or you can check out the videos on extremehealthradio.com/Bellicon. Again, that's extremehealthradio.com/Bellicon. That's B as in boy, ELLICON.
Listener supported. Extreme Health Radio. Opening minds and transforming lives worldwide. Join the show now on Skype at Extreme Health Radio or call 949-505-9585. Hello. That's 949-505-9585.
What is he saying there? What is that? Hello happening?
Hello Hattie.
Hello Hattie?
Taylor. Somebody wrote in, remember, and they totally knew what it was. Do you remember that?
No.
A while ago, like after we first started playing that, some guy wrote in, and he's like, "Where did you get that song, Hello Hattie or whatever?"
I don't remember.
And he totally, and when it's spelled out, I go, "That's what they're saying," and he totally knew what the words were.
Really?
Yeah, and then you said you just randomly had found it, and he was bummed that he didn't know where you got it, but
I don't even know where I got this, but yeah.
I think he knew like what was up with it. Like I think it's either a person or something. So I'm not sure whether it was a bluesy person or a real person that existed, or I don't know.
It almost doesn't even sound English. It doesn't sound real.
I like it.
It sounds like he's speaking a different language.
Yeah, and that's why I like it.
I like it though.
Yeah, I don't care what he's saying. I think it's cool.
Here we go. Let's see. Hello, happy road. I have no idea what he's saying. What's he
And he keeps saying it over and over.
He's got a good way of saying it, though.
He does. Better than I would say it. He's been what?
He's been running. Or wrong.
I thought you said wrong. Wait, what? I don't even... Well, one more time.
Let's see if he said
Okay, one more time.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going on
done?
the guitar solo there.
Okay.
Oh, no. What is that? Electric guitar?
I think so. And a banjo, for sure.
And a banjo, yeah.
Wow. If I had the triangle, I could play that, because that's all I can play these days. Ding.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying, but I sure like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
We'll stick with Mr. Blues Man.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
There he is again. Here we go, Chester.
Roll My World?
It's completely...
Heller.
I have no idea.
I think it sounds like Heller Hattie Roll My World.
Sure.
I like it.
Hello,
Hey there, Hattie. I could be wrong. If anyone knows what the song is, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, he's definitely got a way of saying it though. That's really,
he's soulful.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
That guy's amazing. I don't know who he is, but he needs to be big.
Yeah, he's great.
He's made it on Extreme Health Radio.
I have no idea what the heck he's talking about. Wow. Oh, man, that's crazy. He's cool, though.
Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know if you're interested in that sauna. Or, well, no, we did the thing for it's been so long since
the rebounder.
The rebounder. If you're interested in that or have any questions about the Bellicon, please let me know. I'd love to answer any questions. We just love ours so much.
Puts a spring in our step, doesn't it?
Oh, it's amazing.
The thing you can't stop bouncing on it once you start.
Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of people who rebound and they don't have a Bellicon, and most rebounders are the same except for the Bellicon's on a different level, and
I think so.
It really is a different feeling because it's a soft bounce, like you're on a cloud, and you don't have to do any work. Remember the first time you got on it, you jumped and you just catch air without even trying.
Jump. You residually bounce.
Your body just does it through momentum. It's a pretty amazing thing. And so if you're interested in that Bellicon, let me know. I'd love to answer any questions you have. It's just a great thing. And as the lady said, we encourage all of you guys to call in during the Free for All Friday show. You can do that. You can listen live, extremehealthradio.com/live, as the shows are happening. And you can also call in, as she said, 949-505-9585. And you can call in via Skype as well. So on extremehealthradio.com/live, there's a link right on that page where you can click, and through your computer, you can call us on Skype as it's happening. So love to have you do that.
What a weird world we live in.
I know, right? People can call we can take calls from anywhere in the world with Skype.
Wow. Isn't
on
that
a
crazy?
live radio show. Isn't that just crazy?
I want to get a call from the center of the earth. Whoever lives there, I want them to call me.
We'll talk to George Norrie and find out what kinds of beings live in the center of the earth.
If an Anunnaki calls in, I am stoked.
35-foot Anunnaki.
Or some very intelligent plant life living in the bottom of a crater. Anyone could call us from anywhere. I'm
Anunnaki, and I've got liver problems. I've got liver distress here. I was wondering if you could help me.
We would try our best, too.
Yeah, we would try our best. We have no idea what an Anunnaki liver looks like.
But we could try.
It could be the size of us. We don't know.
It's true, actually. Us and the Anunnakis. For how much? If we had $1 or a penny for every time we said Anunnaki throughout the time we started this till the time we're done one day,
we'd be fat and happy.
We would.
Wouldn't we?
Or rich.
That's right. So you've been really involved in the book recently, right? That you've been
I have.
Really interested in.
It's a book that I had never heard of before, and it's existed for many, many years. And many of you listening, I'm sure, have been exposed to it and probably done it many, many times. And it's so funny when something becomes new to you. I feel like I just opened up a whole new world, but it is called A Course in Miracles.
And we'll put a link to that on the show.
We will put a link to it. And I wanted it very badly for Christmas, and
Santa.
My lovely husband over here bought me one.
Anunnaki Santa.
The Anunnaki Santa. There's so many things wrong with that phrase.
No, but you got that, and you are enjoying it, aren't you? I
am enjoying it immensely. I just started it on the 1st, and I find it's very interesting that along with it, not only the book part, but it's like a three-part book.
Yeah, it consists of what are the 3 parts?
The book itself And then it's 365 different lessons, one for each day throughout the year. And you do one a day. And then the teacher's manual. Because there's a lot of meetup groups and a lot of people that study A Course in Miracles together and journey together. And it's just a really neat thing. So I'd been hearing, it just popped up everywhere. I've been hearing it from too many people.
Yeah,
to
you're
not
hearing
pay
about it
attention.
from there's so many different sources and different people who aren't even connected and all this stuff.
And people I don't know, people I do know. It's one of those things where I started paying attention and I really wanted it. And the people I've heard talk about it, they all say the same thing. It's heady, it's deep, it's kind of hard to get into. You don't even know what you just read half the time, and you have to reread it, and you still don't quite understand. But they all said stick with it. The lessons themselves, take throughout the day, try to really apply them, and it will change you. Just do it, even if you don't understand it, even if you don't believe it, even if you just don't know what to do with it. Just go through it and be disciplined, and it will have a positive outcome and teach you things that you didn't quite expect. So
tell me about the first lesson. That was interesting, wasn't it? We were talking about that at the health food store.
Right. The first lesson, I'm going to butcher because I don't have it in front of me, but it's basically nothing. You are to
what's the exercise?
You're to look around your room where you're sitting or where you're reading the book, and to look at different objects in the room and realize that they just don't mean anything. So that table doesn't mean anything. That person, that body doesn't mean anything. That Christmas tree doesn't mean anything. You look around and you just...
There's no meaning to...
Right.
Except what we give to it,
You give things unmeaning, and you just... That's all you do. And throughout the day to kind of... It guides you in how to more thoughtfully go about this. But to realize just the rest of your day, not to spend a lot of time dwelling on it or taking everything you're looking at into that has no meaning, that has no meaning, that has no meaning. But the stuff that starts to pop up where you're like, oh, but that has meaning, that is the one that you have to pay attention to and say, that really has no meaning either. Like... So
is the idea to retrain your brain so that you don't have these attachments to things?
Well, I think so, but I don't know because I'm only 4 days in, and I'm not supposed to overthink it at this point. I'm just doing them daily.
Okay,
taking little bites.
Okay,
I'll let you know as I journey, but I'm sure that is. But I don't want to think ahead, wondering what the point of it is. I just want to be in the moment doing it.
And also, talk about that thing that you came across where you write a letter to yourself. What was that?
Oh, I think you came across that one.
Did I? Was it me? I can't remember.
I came across something like more of like a situation, an inspiration where people have a jar, or any kind of vessel where they write something daily, one for every day of the year that they were grateful for that day, and put it into a jar, and then the next New Year's Eve, sit and unfold them all and read all the things they were grateful for and the dates of them.
Oh, that's cool.
So I started that, and you started it as well.
Yeah.
Little wiener dog sticky notes that we're writing our gratefulness on.
Nothing wrong with
We
that.
decided to make it both grateful, things we're grateful for, or small miracles, or things that stuck out throughout the day that stuck with us and changed us. That we were recognizing. And, there's that, and then I believe you sent me a link to a story about, was it on a blog of a girl who writes a letter to herself every New Year's?
Yeah, she's kind of friends with Jessica Ainscough. I'm not sure how you say her name.
Ainscough? Yeah, I don't know.
But it's pathtowellness.com.au.
Oh, there you go.
And what's this girl's name? Melissa something? Is that right?
Yeah, .com.au.
Or is it The Path to Wellness? Let's see. I don't think Path to Wellness. It's maybe the... Yeah, that's what it is. The... What?
What happened?
Maybe not.
Oh, you can't find her?
pathtowellness.com.au. I think that's what it is, but it's not coming up for me right now. But
okay.
It's either thepathtowellness.com.au or without the.
Is it Melissa Ambrosini? Is that
that's
Ambrosini,
right.
I believe?
Ambrosini, yeah.
Okay.
And she talks about every year on December 31st every year is writing a letter to your future self, talking about the past of all the things, all the amazing things that happen in your life during the upcoming year.
So it's kind of like, reminds me, the first thing that came to mind when you told me that was Adam Bergstrom.
Oh,
talking about remembering forward a little bit.
Yeah, remembering your future, right? Yeah, so the idea is to project yourself 1 year into the future and write a letter about all the amazing things that happened. Like, for example, right now, it's 2014. So I would pretend like it's the end of 2014 and write a letter to myself saying what an amazing year 2014 was. And
I can't believe you did XYZ or thought this or...
all the things that you did that you want to do. And then you kind of just tuck it away. And then on every December 31st, you write a new one. And every January 1st, you read the previous one.
That's a great idea.
Find out if all those things actually happen.
I like it.
It's pretty cool, huh?
It's a cool concept, right?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's a pretty unique idea.
I know it's 8 days into how many ever days into the thing we are right now in the year, but are you going to do it even though you haven't done it yet?
Yeah, I should do it before we leave on our trip. For those who don't know, we're going on a trip here. Just want to let you guys know.
We are in a couple of days.
And so if we are not able to update our website for about 2 weeks, we're going to come back restored, re-energized, renewed, and we're going to go on a 2-week cleansing retreat. Wellness retreat with the Dayton Medical Center, and it's going to be amazing.
For those of you who want to check it out, it's DaytonMedical.com, I believe.
Yeah, and
we'll put a link.
Yeah, it's going to be just incredible. So we're going to be doing colonics and meditation, acupuncture.
We're going to be access to ozonated pool, lymphatic drainage massages,
saunas and steam rooms.
Gourmet meals free of nuts, soy, dairy, all that kind of thing.
All organic.
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be a great way to...
Great staff, great friends. I mean, we made all these new friends.
Yeah.
Super excited to get to know them. It's just going to be amazing. And I believe we can't, I don't think, expose what books, but she has some books for us to read.
Oh, okay.
As a group, I believe, and talk about and kind of start
We can't talk about what books there?
Well, I don't want to ruin it.
Okay.
In case anyone's listening before we go and they don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if we're supposed to know.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be it's going to be a great way to just detach and kind of get out of our rut and routine of producing content, and for you running around doing errands and doing the show and doing hair and
trying to hold it all together.
Yeah, it's going to be so good.
This is going to be great. It's always stressful trying to get out of town, though. I mean, like this morning, or a couple of days and this morning, the last 4 days, it just felt like it's all, I mean, even though we have another few days before we leave, it just seems like so much, and it seems overwhelming to me. And I have to really be careful to recenter myself daily and go, what am I stressed about?
Yeah, because you had a little insight of that today, didn't you?
I did, actually.
Yeah, so what was it?
I thought no matter what happens, the very worst thing that could happen is not the end of the world. Say the worst thing that could happen is we have to leave and I didn't get everything done leading up to it. I didn't pay a couple bills, or I forgot something. Bills, yeah. Okay, well, that's the worst thing that happens. So you get your electricity turned off, or you have a fee you have to pay, or what's the worst thing? You owe the bill when you get back and you deal with it. I mean,
or it goes on your
credit score.
Credit score. I mean, really,
who cares?
In the grand scheme of things, in 50 years, is that going to matter?
Right. No,
yes,
it won't.
It's good to keep your credit score clean and all that, but
right.
I mean, let's get a grip here.
Right. And it's just it's a very big reminder to me of the thing that's going to be the most life-changing is going on this retreat, being blessed by what goes on there and everything that leads up to it. I'm just going to try my best. I'm going to be prepared. But why stress? I just haven't been present, getting ready for it. I've been already 5 steps ahead of myself, thinking about the next thing I have to do, and I'm not doing anything efficiently to get ready because I can't focus on the thing before me. It's just calm down and focus.
Yeah, and if you think about really if you have stressful times in your life, you think about the worst case scenario, you think, you know what? Those kids in Africa have no food.
Right.
You really just compare yourself to other people who are fighting for their lives in the hospital. And
these are first world problems, right?
Yeah, I mean, really, is it that big a deal? And I always tell myself, in 30 years and 20 years, I'm not even going to remember today, let alone...
I actually don't remember 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and whatever stress you had on a particular day 2 weeks ago, you don't even remember the day anymore. Mm-hmm. So imagine 20 years. I mean, it's so ridiculous what we get caught up with in our minds, isn't it?
Right. The dramas that I had one of those the other day. I just had a rotten day, and I thought, I'll never forget this day. But you know what? It's been a few days, and I don't remember exactly what it was that caused it to be so rotten. I knew it was bad, but I can't remember specifics, and it's been days. So,
and I love when people talk about stress. There's really no stress. Stress is just our reaction to what's going on around us. There's no such thing as stress at all, really.
It's an interesting concept.
But there's stress in people, but there's not stress outside of people. You know what I mean? Like if you were to just look at your physical body, the stress lives within you or within your energy field or however you want to look at it.
Because of your outside circumstances, really.
Yeah. So there's no real stress anywhere. There's no animals in nature that are stressed. There's no stressful circumstances. Circumstances just are the way they are. I mean, there's a car crash and, you know, and you know, the ambulance is rushed to get there and they're stressed. But there is no stress, really.
Wow,
the stress lives inside of us, but and it's our reaction and attachment to a story that we've created. You know, it's really weird. Like there's no real stress.
Well, that's even weirder because then if you think about it, what you just said isn't even true. Nothing lives within you anyway. Mm-hmm. Our thoughts are outside of our body. We're not.
Yeah, that's true.
Our brain's outside of our body. Like the things we feel, it's not. We're not even in our body.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like weird to say?
Greg Braden talks about the field itself is where it's almost like a creative consciousness of energy and ideas, and we think that our thoughts are in our mind.
They're not in your brain.
But he talks about how a lot of the thoughts that we have aren't even inside of our head. They're pulled down from this energy field that's all around us, which is just crazy.
It's like having an iCloud or whatever that thing is for all your backup stuff on your computer or your iPad and you know how you can back everything up on this like ethereal cloud out there?
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I view it.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we're downloaded with and all the things we think and all the thing.
It's almost like a cloud just going, like you're in the middle of a cloud, right? An actual cloud. It's like the stress and everyone's thoughts are literally just floating out there in space, right?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what he talks about.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, that's probably true, but I envision the things that I'm thinking in my head aren't in my head at all. They're actually in this other database outside of my body. And that's how I view it. It's stored somewhere out here.
Wow, that could be true too.
Not in my head. That's what I view when he talks about that. But
yeah, that's
who knows if that's true.
But it's funny because the stress doesn't even really I mean, I'm not saying that if I am in a stressful situation, I'm not stressed.
Sure.
I'm saying in theory, in a perfect world, that's how you would understand stress during that particular stressful time.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because do I get stressed? Yeah, I get stressed all the time. Or I should say my body gets stressed or whatever. But in reality, there is no stress.
Wow.
Which is kind of weird.
Well, I'm working on changing how I perceive my reality for going into this retreat because I don't want to go in feeling that way.
Yeah.
Which I always tend to get before a trip, and I don't like that, and I'm always upset when I'm looking back that I let myself get like that every time. It takes away from the joy of anticipating the amazing journey you're about to embark on.
I know, right? And you said something a while ago when we were talking that was cool. This was probably a couple weeks ago.
I only say cool things. Yeah, right.
That's just how you roll.
Yeah.
Is you wanted this year to be not happier, but just more.
I want to have more fun.
More joy, yeah. More fun, more laughing.
Fun. Mm-hmm. I remember saying that too when we were in the kitchen.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really that sounds like such a silly thing to say, but I want to have fun.
More stupid fun.
Stupid fun.
Yeah.
Laughing, everything's a little lighter. It's felt so heavy for so long. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of feeling that way, and I'm letting myself, I'm planning on having so much more fun this year. And I've always had fun, but I want to have more of those moments that you just laugh till your sides hurt. And,
yeah.
You just don't take yourself so seriously.
Yeah, you're kind of just more jovial, and you're just laughing about the most stupid, ridiculous things.
That stuff, laughter is so powerful. And the more I find out about laughter and how it really has such a impact on your health and well-being, I want more of that.
Yeah, I think so. I think
I'm going to foster more times of fun. I'm just going to have fun.
You're just concerned with having fun. I like it.
All I want is have fun.
That's what girls want.
Girls just want fun. Nice.
Because boys don't want that.
Yeah, right. Boys want to be miserable and
sad and
brought
depressed.
Down. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's cool. I like that.
Oh, thanks. I didn't forget I said it, but I didn't know you were going to bring it up. So thanks. That's a good reminder.
And we have some really cool things planned for Extreme Health Radio. I'm just so excited about how many people we can help and how we can expand. I know we talked about this before, but possible Tuesday show about things other than health, motivation, success, conspiracy theory, government.
Anunnaki.
We'll talk about them. But all kinds of stuff on Tuesdays. I think that would be a lot of fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Maybe not laughter kind of fun,
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of joking around about the 35-foot Anunnakis for the building pyramids from space.
But it might be. Maybe it's a story we've told ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe it is really fun. Maybe it's funny.
Yeah. So that would be, I think, really a cool thing to do. And I also want to I'd like to do a show called Survival Saturdays.
Oh, right.
Possibly with video on a Google Hangout or something, where we talk briefly with people who have overcome specific diseases, Lyme's disease, Crohn's, colitis, cancer.
Or mental disease. Any of that.
Because a lot of people out there have overcome some serious things,
Right.
I was just talking to a lady who we're going to get on the show soon, overcame stage 4 colon cancer, 2 weeks to live.
Oh, gosh.
Doctor gave her 2 weeks.
Wow.
She's, she used colonics as her main protocol, with wheatgrass and other types of things. But she's a Jamaican lady, and could you imagine giving 2 weeks? You're basically in hospice, right?
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, you've got first of all, how does a doctor know that, right?
Yeah.
That's
you have
crazy.
an expiration date like an egg, like a carton of milk.
Expires on.
That is
He should
asinine.
just stamp that on like a tattoo.
On your forehead. Just sear it into you.
Yeah.
That's insanity to me.
It is. As if he could know that. But, I just think that is so cool. When someone is given 2 weeks to live, I've got this whooping cough I'm trying to get over. I couldn't imagine being given 2 weeks to live and turning your life around like that. So
2 weeks.
I would love to do a Saturday show.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Because what I love about our guests and things is they offer all kinds of great theory, and I love that.
I think they have a lot of insight, a lot of things to say.
A lot of insight, a lot of theory, and as well as a lot of practice. But it's not practice on themselves; it's people they've worked with directly. But I'd love to also talk to people who have actually healed
applied
themselves.
these things and other protocols that they've come up with, or not done anything.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear their stories.
Yeah, and we want to launch a community this year. I think that would be a really great thing. We want to grow our Facebook community, keep doing that, possibly do a summit.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to do a summit.
Yes.
An online world summit. We have a couple things in mind for that.
I have a couple things up my sleeve that I can't talk about yet, but they're going to be great.
Yeah, you have a couple top secret projects.
Top secret. But one will be that I can talk about right now is branching off and starting my own website that's being worked on right now, just as a place where I journal and blog about my own spiritual journey and physical journey as well in the years to come. I'm wanting to do it forever in a way that I can chronicle this and also hopefully encourage other people.
And women.
And women, definitely. I just want it to be my community of women. And we can all just live life together, and it's gonna be awesome.
And really kind of take back your power as women.
Absolutely.
Reclaim that femininity, and
let's run with wolves, girls. So that will be up and going, I believe, by spring.
That is going to be pretty cool to see how that evolves.
I am thrilled.
And I can't imagine. We get people writing in that are just the most incredible people. And I can't imagine you are going to touch so many people.
Well, I've been touched. I hope that's the case, but I've been touched by so many people in the last, not even year. I've been touched by so many people throughout my life. Absolutely. But in the last, not even year of doing this show, the people that have stepped into my life and invited themselves into my life by extending just help and knowledge and just love and support. And this has been an incredible year. These are people I never would have had the chance to meet. I don't believe if this Extreme Health Radio hadn't have happened. So. Yeah,
it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited to see where that goes.
I am beyond thrilled.
So you're thinking in sometime in the spring?
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm getting all the groundwork laid, and I am working on it right now. Not at this moment, but in life in general.
And you know what is the biggest thing I'm really looking forward to doing is getting you down to one day a week.
Yeah.
On a financial level for this show, that's one of our goals, is to get you out of that toxic job into a position where you don't even have to work if you don't have to. And you can choose to take certain days off, but now you work with 3 days a week.
Well, it's happening. I went from 6 days at one point to 5.
Right.
To 4 to 3.
Yeah.
Now I'm pretty much down to 2.
Yeah, we'll get you to 2.
And we'll get me to 1. And then I'll have the option to opt out altogether.
Yeah, because when that happens, it's going to be great, because that way you won't be forced to work. You'll have so much less stress.
I know.
You know?
God's going to work it out. I feel it. I know it. Mm-hmm. This is a great year and great things. I know 2014. I know it. I have a knowing. And
I'm really excited also about the amount of people we can reach this year as we continue to grow, and the lives that we're going to be able to touch. We're going to be doing, my desire is to do monthly giveaways, where we're going to be giving away something free every month, like a Vitamix or a rebounder possibly, or a sauna, or just all kinds of different things that we believe in. Appliances and really high ticket items. And we have no idea where we're going to get these things. If we're going to buy them ourselves and give them to you, or if we're going to be offered to them. Maybe the companies will offer
them to us,
because that happens from time to time. But that's what we want to do, is give these things away, because we just feel like we've been given so much.
We have been given so much.
Yeah.
And that is the goal. I mean, we're not looking to get rich. We're looking to
just keep doing this.
Keep doing this. People. And being able to do this full time for me, and just be able to give back. It all flows. And yeah, we have been so blessed, and people have been so gracious in giving to us. I just wanted, the more that we're given, the more I want to just give. So that is a goal for that's a goal for life.
Yeah.
That's a goal for life.
Yeah. I'm really excited about that. And, all you'd have to do is just give your name and email, and then you'd be entered to win a little contest, and you can win whatever the month's giveaway is going to be. And
there's so many good things coming up right now.
Yeah. You know who does that? Drew Canole. I love what he does with that.
That's huge.
Yeah. he gives away like a $400 juicer every week or something crazy. I don't know.
That guy is a giver.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do too,
Talk about motivating. What episode is he? He's a good one.
Golly, he is good. Let me do a little thing. Extreme Health Radio. Take off the .com and type space Drew Canole. And he was episode 146.
Okay. He is really worth checking out. You just feel excited after listening to that guy talk.
Yeah. Well, he put a link to it. That's cool. I didn't even realize this. He put a whole blog post on his site, fitlife.tv.
Really?
Yeah, Extreme Health Radio, Drew Canole, targeted juicing and motivational strategies for taking your body and life to a whole new level.
We're in this together.
Can
I see that?
Yeah, look at the top here.
Let's see. Nice.
So you can scroll down, and then near the bottom, he's got a link to our website.
I don't see it.
Oh,
keep going down. Keep going. Oh, awesome.
You see that? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Drew.
That's amazing.
He's really good.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I love the way he's giving out, and he's trying to transform 1 million people's lives, and you can just tell.
Oh, is that all?
Just that.
Yeah, just that small task.
But he's
going to do it. He's doing it.
Yeah, that he's giving people juicers and stuff. I just think that's so cool.
That guy puts his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, he's cool.
And his juice.
That guy puts his money where his juice is.
That doesn't sound good.
That does not sound good. So I found this really cool thing online I wanted to tell you about. It's called, The Ultimate. You ready for this?
Okay.
The Ultimate.
Let me brace myself.
Anti-wrinkle, anti-aging treatment using essential oil blends.
What?
Huh? Before you spend a fortune on expensive anti-aging treatment, consider trying a few of these essential oils as a home remedy for wrinkles.
Ooh.
Essential oils are full of nutrients and proteins which maintain the mattress-like bounciness of collagen. Thus, they can be used as anti-wrinkle treatment. Essential oils also stimulate blood flow, which encourages the regeneration of new skin cells. And some essential oils, such as fennel, have hormone-like properties, which encourages the firming of skin.
Wow.
Below is one of my favorite anti-wrinkle blends, which seems to have worked wonders for anyone I've shared it with. This may be a good alternative for an anti-aging treatment. Please try it as an anti-wrinkle treatment. And here we go. The recipe has been taken from the complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy by Valerie Ann Werwood. We'll put a link to that. It is my favorite book on the topic of essential oils in the world, with over 600 recipes for absolutely everything. Get yourself a copy if you'd like to learn more about all the different ways you can use essential oils. Here we go.
Wait, where are you getting this from?
Oh, I just stumble across this stuff on the internet.
Are you going to post it? Like, who's saying this, though? Like, who's writing this?
Oh, it's just a writer on a website.
Just a writer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you got it? You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Very ready. Woohoo!
Neroli oil.
I don't know what that is.
Neroli.
Okay.
10 drops.
Mm-hmm.
Lavender oil, 10 drops.
Heard of that.
Frankincense, 10 drops. Rosemary, 2 drops. Fennel oil, 10 drops. Lemon oil, 3 drops. Carrot oil, 10 drops. That's 10 drops. Evening primrose oil, 10 drops. Dilute in 2 tablespoons of sweet almond oil and massage into your face and neck every night. I bet this would be good. When you look at all those ingredients, you may think that this recipe is extraordinarily expensive, but it's not. Once you have all the bottles of essential oil, you can make it up in minutes and create a huge number of batches from just one bottle. So there's a link to an Amazon Supreme 64 bottle of oil creation, and it has everything except for the neroli oil.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but
And so I'll put a link to both those things, to the Amazon Essential Oil collection as well as the book.
Nice.
As well as the link to this article. But pretty cool for anti-wrinkle.
Well, yeah, and I know I'm in the stage of life where you just start to see stuff you never think is going to happen to you.
Yeah.
So I want to look into that for sure.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Wow.
So
awesome.
Yeah, if you want to make your own essential oils, you can. What is this, episode 195?
It sure is.
195. So we'll put a link on this show page to all that.
And if we ever have any more questions about essential oils, we should contact Pastor Nar. Because he's a friend of ours and he knows a lot about the essential oils.
This is his website. He's got a great website.
PastorNar.com, right?
Is that right?
I believe.
Let me check it out.
But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, we can always have a connection with Pastor Nar.
PastorNar, PastorNar.com.
Yeah. He knows his oils.
He knows his oils. Yeah, he does a whole aroma touch.
Yeah, you guys should. Does he have a contact? He has contact information?
Yeah, he's also got sacredtouch.us.
Sacredtouch.us. Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Your cough's kind of going away. There you are.
I know. It's, forgive me, everybody. I'm still working on.
I was supposed to fill in that blank space there, but I was writing something down, so I skipped my responsibility there.
You can't do 2 things at once. It's hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah. I try to multitask, but apparently you told me that no one can do that. So.
That's true. So what else have we got to? We got a couple listener questions. You want to get to some of those?
Let's do that.
Okay, let's see. Oh, really quickly, I want to tell you about this other article too, before we do that.
Okay.
Got a great article about, it's called Why I'm Getting Rid of My Reconstructed Breasts.
Oh gosh, that's awesome.
Pretty crazy. So this is a whole story of this woman, Stephanie Del Prete, and she wrote it on Christmas Eve just recently on Mind, Body, Green. But
oh, great.
She talks about her whole story with breast implants.
What? Can you give us like the Reader's Digest?
Yeah, I'll just read you just a couple of the symptoms. Okay, so she was having all kinds of symptoms with
problems?
like mood swings, lethargy, restlessness, weight gain, bloating, all kinds of stomach discomfort, and she was really scared. So she ended up Googling saline breast implant toxicity. And in the article, she talks about how she's, it really scares you. You never Google stuff, you get to WebMD and you think you're going to die.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And she says, oh my God, my palm itches. I think I have a brain tumor,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, so she says, according to Dr. Susan Kolb, a plastic surgeon who's conducted extensive research on this particular subject, of saline breast implant toxicity, it now dedicates her practice to helping women with silicone, chemical, and biotoxicity problems from breast implants.
So clearly it's a big problem if a lot of people are.
Yeah. So this is what they can do. They can grow mold or fungus.
Oh.
They can grow bacteria. They can leach and create biotoxicity within the body. And these are some of the symptoms she talks about. Chronic fatigue, hair loss, rheumatoid arthritis, which would make sense because it would be an autoimmune disease. Your body would fight
something foreign.
Yeah, getting into the blood like that. Unexplained and worrying weight gain and weight loss, frequent fungal infections, IBS, brain fog, migraines, neuromuscular problems, pain, fibromyalgia, heart palpitations, depression, apathy, and the list goes on.
So this woman opted to have hers taken out?
Yeah, she had hers taken out. I'll put a link to this article. It's on Mind, Body, Green.
Wow.
Why I'm getting rid of my reconstructed breasts.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Wow.
Stephanie Del Pret, I think.
Well, I'm glad that there's hope for people. I have many people in my life who have had them or have them, and I like the fact that it's never too late to undo things that have been done. Doesn't mean that there won't be possible side effects of things, but it's awesome to know there's still options for people even listening right now that go, oh no, like I have that. Or that's how anything we talk about, like, you know, we have doctors on, we're like, oh shoot, I got a root canal, you have all these things. We all have things we've done either electively or not, that I love that it's never like a done deal. It's never never finished, right?
I like her last line. She says, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I've been through so much already, and I hate surgery. But when I'm on my mat laughing with my kids, I think she's talking about her yoga mat, laughing with my kids or holding my husband's hands, I know that I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be healthy and free again, and I'm going to regain my health and reclaim the body that I was born in. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll put a link to that. Pretty good stuff. So if you know of anyone who's having or have had breast implants,
or thoughts about getting them. I've had many people ask me, like, can I have your friend's number to the guy who did your friend's augmentation? And 5 years ago, I would have been sure, told them, sure, I'll get. And now I want to send them to blogs like that or articles about how, like, basically, you probably need to work through not caring more than you need to work through what doctor to go get your surgery done at.
Seriously, right?
Yeah, but people you only are accountable for what you know, and people don't know. A lot of people don't know. Yeah,
it's pretty big deal. I won't even get ACL surgery, something I need because I don't want to have foreign metal in my body.
I thought you were going to say, I'm not going to get them. No, it's true. I mean, once you, what did Oprah say? The more,
or when you know better,
you do better.
Yeah,
and that's exactly. You know what I know though?
What do you know?
I really have to pee again.
Do you have to pee again?
It's all that water.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay, well, you go. We'll run a little commercial here. And this is going to be a commercial here for the Biomat. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this Biomat yet. It's really an incredible thing. We use ours every single day. It's really great. So we'll run the commercial for the Biomat. We'll be right back after this break. The history of heat therapy dates back over 2,400 years, and it was Hippocrates who said, "Give me the power to produce fever, and I will cure all disease." This FDA-approved medical device called the Biomat is a mat that you can lay on, read on, sleep on, do yoga on, sit on, and it can be used on office chairs, massage tables, and the like to help the body heal itself. It's inlaid with 30 pounds of healing crystals using amethyst and a rare black tourmaline, producing negative ions in a healing electrical field. These healing crystals help to restore cellular health by replacing electrons to the atoms, as well as penetrating deep into the body by 4 to 6 inches. What can the Biomat do for you? It'll improve your skin, burns as many calories as if you went jogging for 30 minutes. It improves the immune system by up to 40% or more, reduces stress and fatigue, removes toxins, lowers cholesterol, relieves pain, revitalizes cellular metabolism. It improves cell channels to deliver nutrients and oxygen to every one of your cells. It activates over 3,000 enzymes. And even a Harvard medical study showed cancer cells die at over 42 degrees Celsius. It reduces stress hormones by up to 78%. It allows your body to produce heat shock proteins, which increases endorphins, NK cells, T cells, and lymphocytes. It's very, very low EMF, and it's got a 17-layer technology. Dr. Mark Serkis is the director of the International Medical Veritas Association. Explain to us more about these biomats.
These biomats are these far infrared mattresses. You lay on them, or you sleep on them, or both. You do very heavy treatments during the day, and at night you sleep at just a nice comfortable temperature. These biomats are like these love machines, comfort machines, and healing machines, because what they do is they just radiate out light, far infrared light, and you can radiate yourself all night long while you're sleeping when you're not doing anything else. And what happens is this light penetrates the body and turns to heat. And the first thing that happens when you bring your core body temperature up 1 degree is your immune system strength increases by 40-50%. They feel when you lay down on them, you guys know, you have one. So it's like the feeling is so good. It's like being in the cuddling with a lover, your wife or husband. It's just warmth and comfort.
How are you using biomats for patients in your clinics?
The cancer treatment using heat is very aggressive, meaning during the day, you sandwich yourself in between two of them, turn it on to high heat, and bake the cancer. The cancer will die before you will. No, this is, you can go to England and spend $20,000 and use microwave a cancer out of existence. These biomats basically do the same thing. Radiation therapy for cancer is really a solid idea. Unfortunately, oncologists use the wrong radiation. They use radiation that kills you. This biomat uses radiation that can save your life and make your life more comfortable, keep you warm in the cold, and help take care of your kids and all. The list doesn't end.
Yeah, because isn't there some sort of temperature at which cancer cells will start dying?
Right, and it's below the temperature that human cells will die.
So you really like this biomat far infrared technology, don't you?
But it's strengthened me. Well, now the kids are addicted to it. They fight on who's going to sleep on it at night. And it not only changed my life, but it changed my medical practice and my books. This is a great machine for anybody who lives in the cold during the winter. Instead of heating a big house, you just heat yourself. Bottom line, it brings good feelings. Just lay on this biomat, and it gives the strength back.
I can attest to that indeed. Kate and I love ours, and we think you will too. Learn more about these amazing biomats at extremehealthradio.com/biomat. Or you could check them out in our store as well. Again, that's extremehealthradio.com/biomat.
All free shows, all the time on Extreme Health Radio. Opening minds and transforming lives worldwide. Join our community today. Call using Skype at Extreme Health Radio or call 949-505-9585. That's 949-505-9585.
That's the Kate jig that you were just doing.
Like that?
I like it. Fingers in the air.
If only everyone could see this. It's not pretty.
Good stuff.
2014, learn how to dance better.
Learn how to
dance to a song that actually is danceable.
Yeah, it's danceable.
How about that?
So if you guys are interested in that biomat that we just ran the commercial for, or have any questions about it, let me know. I'd love to answer any questions. We have ours. It's right on the floor here. We use it every single day. Really cool thing. Mm-hmm. I love it a lot.
I do too.
And it's such a great healing tool.
Maggie was on it for hours today.
Yeah, she was sleeping on that thing.
Oh, so cute. And yesterday, she's been on it a lot.
Yeah, she's on it a lot. It's a really great thing, and I think you guys would really benefit from it. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. And as the lady said, don't forget to call us up. We want to hear from you. All our shows are live now, so you can listen to them, extremehealthradio.com/live. And you can also, on the Friday shows, which is today, you can call us 949-505-9585. And we'd love to have you chime in and love to talk with you about your health issues and present your issues to our community and maybe have us or them help you out. And
I think that there's a lot of knowledge out there that we for sure don't have. And it's nice to put it out there because a lot of people get answers from places you would never expect.
Yeah. So you have another question, or do you want me to read one?
Yeah, no, you go first. How about that?
Did you want to do the one from the book one?
The book one.
I'll do Jennifer.
Okay.
Okay. No. I'll do. Wait. Let's see. There's a couple of them. Yes. Okay. Here. So Lena writes in.
Okay.
Hi, Justin. I listened to all your shows on cancer, exercise, and pregnancy, which basically covers most of your topics. I can say I struggle with weight somewhat, and even though I'm not much overweight, I want to feel and be the best version of myself. I do rebounding, exercising, eat real food, and thank you for all the fun and useful info you provide. Peace, Lena, Lana.
Nice.
That's really nice.
Lena's awesome.
Yeah, she wrote in. She's a subscriber to our email series, and she wrote that back. That's really cool.
Wow. Was that just in today?
Yeah, that came in today.
That's a great email to get, huh?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Gosh, thank you.
So glad you guys enjoy our shows. So glad.
Yeah, this is why we do it. Not only do we enjoy doing them, but we I don't know. I just really value the people that write it and tell us how it changes them.
I know, it's cool, huh? You have an impact in people's lives.
Yeah.
So you have another one?
Yeah, but I need a second.
Okay. Let me read a comment. Nate writes in.
Okay.
And let's see. He writes in basically commenting on...
I couldn't find my email. It came up again. I got it.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Yeah, Nate writes in. And I wrote a blog called 10 Helpful Accessories for Harvesting Fresh Spring Water.
Cool.
And I talked about all the little different things that we use when we get our spring water, like the straps and all the different TDS and all the stuff. And he says, great article. Just out of curiosity, what is your smaller 1.5 liter container for daily drinking water use made from? How do you keep the environment dark for that water? Or do we not have to be obsessive about the water being exposed to some light for short periods of time? I would recommend we don't be obsessive about anything. If you have to drink tap water, drink it and love it. And
placebo.
Yeah, seriously. Pray over it, and it'll be the best thing for you. And at the same time you're doing that, always look to get the best water.
And that thing that we talked about earlier from Surthrival. There are some really cool... I know that's not like it wouldn't hold a whole ton, but...
Well, he says...
Does he have a huge one?
1.5 liters.
Huh?
And that Surthrival one is
the Myron glass bottle. Interesting.
Yeah. ExtremeHealthRadio.com/Surthrival. You can check out that Myron glass water bottle.
That's an option.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Because right now we have ours in a ceramic crock.
We have ours in a ceramic crock, and the bottles that we use, sometimes they're glass, sometimes they're plastic. We do our best.
It's BPA free, though.
So that's what we do.
You do, because without you, I would not be able to lift. I can't believe how much those things weigh. I have to tell you, though. We had what are those, 6.5 gallon glass containers
glass
that are slippery with water coming out of a mossy, like, we have to just sit it on this, and to go to the stream, we have to sit it on like a brick that someone's like makeshifted to be able to hold your bottle underneath a spigot, and it's mossy, hilarious. It's slippery, and it's like we're sliding all over, and I don't know how you haven't killed yourself, but it's amazing.
Yeah, that's not going to happen either.
No, I'm not jinxing you or anything.
No, it's because we have the straps. Those straps are just amazing.
But you have to be in good shape. Like, thank God you have strength, because I can't even hardly carry an empty one. Like, I tried to deliver one the other day to your parents' house. An empty one. Had a hard time. I was like, oh, okay, I'll bring this over here. And it was ridiculous.
Ah, that's hilarious.
So anyway, you have to be a very strong person, but it's possible. Yeah. Or a lot of smaller little bottles.
Yeah, I would recommend reading that article I wrote, 10 helpful accessories for harvesting spring water, I think is what I...
Are you going to put the link to that?
I'll put a link to that article on this show page, because I talked about the TDS meters, the corks, the glass carboys,
nice,
the straps, and then there's also these little jackets you can put over the glass carboys.
Ours is cute.
Yeah, ours is...
it says, shh, I'm fermenting.
Yeah, it's pretty
for
cool.
fermenting
beer and stuff.
beer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So a lot of little tools you can get. You can also get little things that are like reflectors and, so blocks light from getting in the glass.
Not so you can see them when they're riding their bikes in the dark.
Across the street. Yeah. So, do you have another email too, right?
I do. That was cool though, because when I read that one, I thought that was interesting too. I mean, you can only do so much, and you're right. If you have to drink tap water, I guess just pray over it and hope for the best and trust that it's not going to kill you.
And next time, try to get something better than tap water.
Right.
But
yeah.
Yeah, I think there's, water's energetics, and it stores memory and it holds energy, and it's affected by energy. And
for sure.
And so doing the best you can is always best.
And this one, okay, I have a really great email from Malachi.
Okay.
This is cool. Everyone needs to pay attention to this one.
Oh, I see that there. Do you want to read the whole thing or just parts of it?
I'll read parts of it.
Okay.
He writes in, Justin and Kate, I've been listening to your show over a year now, almost since the beginning. I often tune in late at night when I'm about to go to sleep and search for one of the podcasts on my phone that I'm interested in listening to. I've been thinking about doing a juice fast to start off the new year. So I saw that in the description of episode 101 and decided to listen in, which is super neat. Nice. And then he also says that he was inspired by my taking a leap of faith about quitting or going down part-time to my job, and that you've started, quit yours and done this full-time. And he said that he is trying to find a way to do the same, and he's taking a leap, as well. Mm-hmm. And he said, about 2 months ago, I took a similar leap of faith, and I quit my job to start an organization to help raise money and advocate for local nonprofit organizations in Chicago that exist to serve the youth of the city. I've currently been trying to fundraise to get my organization off the ground to help cover part of the initial startup expenses, and it's been a frustrating process. I've received such incredible feedback, support, and encouragement, but little in the way of financial donations. He said it's led me to become incredibly depressed and worried that not only could my organization never get off the ground, but also that perhaps people do not truly believe in what I'm doing. In that episode, what stood out to me the most was when Kate said something to the effect of, people are doing the world a disservice by not contributing to their true gifts and talents. I was reminded that I have taken a leap for this reason, that despite the lack of money and financial support, somehow this will work out, and in turn, a difference will be made in the lives of Chicago's youth and the organizations that exist to give them hope in a future. And then he wrote, I'm grateful that two of you have taken such a leap and that you openly discuss the rewards and challenges of choosing such a venture.
Wow.
I wanted to tell everybody he is I've looked into his site, and you can find him on Facebook, and he is someone that I personally want to support. And if anyone else is interested in helping him get his vision off the ground, just like we've done and people have supported us, if that's something you're interested in, we'll put a link on the show page to what he's doing, and you guys can check him out.
Wow.
Isn't that
so
neat?
Cool.
Isn't that neat? I love people's visions. I just get so passionate about. I'm so glad he took the time to say, hey, thanks for your passion, because it's also inspired me in my passion. And this is what it happens. It just completely is a circle of people just encouraging each other to live our dreams. And
that's so cool.
Especially when he wants to help people. His goal is just to turn it around. He's not in it, obviously, for the money.
Right.
It's just about bettering a situation and filling a need where there is one. So
I love that. That is so cool. Sort of similar to what we talked about on our last Friday shows about how just because you're talented in something doesn't mean that's what you should be doing for work.
Right. Exactly. We talked about that on the last one, I believe, right?
Episode, what was that? 193? 2?
Oh gosh. Let me look.
That was episode 192.
192. Okay.
But yeah, we talked about how, a lot of people are talented in certain things that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you should be doing for work. And, Malachi doing what he's doing, helping people.
If you guys are interested in helping too, he's founder and managing director. It's called Books for Chicago. And you can go to booksforchicago.tumblr.com.
Yeah, let me click on the link there.
And you can go there and check it out. I back what he's doing, and I think it's just amazing. So,
a social venture dedicated to improving the lives of Chicago's youth.
So neat. Cool. So neat.
Man, that's cool.
So if anyone can help, even if you're able to actually send something his way, anything to help him, get where he needs to get. He has his goal posted up of what he needs to make it work. If you guys were going to consider throwing a couple bucks our way, instead, could you please send it to him and get him rolling?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
We'd really appreciate that.
That'd be so cool.
Malachi, thank you for writing in, and we support you wholeheartedly, and we're excited to see. And please keep us in the loop of what's going on with your progress, because we're super excited for you.
And we'll put a link to his website for those that you are listening, driving around, doing something where you can't take notes. Booksforchicago.tumblr.com.
Yeah.
And we'll put a link to that on this show page, which is extremehealthradio.com/195.
Right.
So we'll do that.
Because I'm going to echo the words of Drew Canoli. We are in this together. We're all in this together.
That's true.
And that's why we're doing this. So,
do you want to read Susan's email?
I would love to, if I can get back. Hold on.
Or do you want me to do it? I can do it.
Figure out this iPod. Yeah, you go.
Okay. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you so much for all that you and Kate are doing. And I ran across your show about a year ago while I was searching podcasts, and I've been hooked ever since. I've always dabbled in alternative and holistic health, but have learned so many new things and have gotten great reassurance and confirmations on many others. My husband and I are military and live 6 hours apart. I put my earbuds in and away I go. So many times I'm listening to your show for many hours straight. In fact, you will appreciate this. As I was driving to Kentucky for our family Christmas, you thanked Dwight on the air for purchasing the sauna.
Oh no.
And then I thanked Dwight to myself as well, because I knew he had ordered the sauna for me and for Christmas.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, no worries. It was on my list. We had discussed it, and so I wasn't shocked. You didn't give up a huge secret, but it was absolutely comical how I just happened to choose that particular podcast to listen to. And let's face it, Dwight's not a real common name. That's awesome. Oh, man, how funny is that? We're sorry we ruined your Christmas, Susan.
But apparently it worked out good for you.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I remember that when Dwight ordered that sauna for you. I'm loving the new sauna for many reasons. I've enjoyed it all over our Christmas break. One question, however, after 2 uses, I broke out with bumps on my chest and on each breast area. Not a large rash, but enough to make me concerned. I'm wondering if this may be yeast. Reaction to the heat or part of the healing crisis, and what should I do to heal it? Any thoughts on that? Have you?
Oh,
that
gosh.
could be it could be something, fat-soluble toxins coming out, and it could be a yeast
I wonder
issue.
if that could, yeast is interesting, but could it also be, quote, heat rash that people get? I know heat rash isn't, I know what it is. I know it's not necessarily caused from heat. It's something called heat rash, but I wonder, can you actually, from kind of working through a heat before you break a sweat, or can you get a rash of sorts?
That's possible. It's entirely possible, right?
I have to say, I don't know. I haven't heard about that, and I haven't had that happen. But when I first started using the sauna daily, like at the beginning, I didn't do it every day. I did notice my skin kind of broke out, like in my face.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like things came to the surface and cleared up, and I was more like breaking out, more acne-wise, and I hadn't had that in a long time. That's the only thing I can relate to as far as the stuff I saw from the sauna.
Anytime someone says skin, I always immediately think digestive health and liver. Bacteria, good flora, friendly flora. Perhaps there's inflammation in the colon. And then I think liver, too. Well,
maybe if the liver and other areas are being heated up and detoxed, then that's coming out in those strange areas through in the skin. But that could be a possibility, I guess.
Yeah, that could definitely be a possibility.
Gosh, who would she ask about that if you really want to know?
I would call up Momentum.
Would you? And talk to
Phil.
Talk to Phil?
Yeah, see if he'll talk to you about
Momentum 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good, maybe he's, I'm sure that's happened to people, and if he'd be the guy to ask.
Oh, yeah.
What A it might be, and B, how many other people might have had this, and how he can direct you to figure out what's going on. But
the sauna, for those that don't know, it's a portable, relaxed, far-infrared sauna, and it heats you up into the core of your body using far-infrared light. It doesn't use heat. The light penetrates your skin, and it heats you up. It's relatively quick, right? You can get in and...
Oh, gosh, right.
And you're getting hot within seconds.
Yeah.
But it's just an incredible thing for detoxification and sweating out fat-soluble toxins, as well as other heavy metals and poisons and chemicals that we're exposed to. It's a great way to detox your body. And we sell those if you're interested. They're in our store, or you can go to extremehealthradio.com/sauna. Check them out if you like. We got an interview with Phil Wilson there and some pictures.
Phil's a great guy.
Yeah, he's
we had the pleasure of meeting him. He's a kick.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's cool. And she says, also, have you had any guests on your show speaking of food-grade hydrogen peroxide therapy? We have not. And we want to get Mr. Oxygen, Ed McCabe, on. We'll do that this year. He's written a book called Flood Your Body with Oxygen.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I tried to use some of that during my time with my throat.
Did you drink it?
No.
Oh.
No.
What were you were doing all kinds of stuff that I wasn't sure what you were doing.
Yeah, I was gargling with it, and it makes me throw up. It's so caustic it was to me.
We need to get him on.
If so, what number show would I listen to? So far, we have not. So I'm also interested in natural smoking cessation methods for a family member who has tried everything unsuccessfully. Maybe this falls under an overall addiction show. If so, can you direct me to the show number, please? Have you ever considered Dr. Wayne Dyer on your show? I'm a huge Wayne Dyer fan.
Wow.
We will have Wayne Dyer on one day.
You know what? We will.
Yeah, he's great.
Yes.
He's we'll reach out to him pretty soon, I think, and do maybe a Tuesday show with him.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Again, thanks for all you do. I have referred your show to so many people, and it's the only podcast that goes in my ears.
Oh.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I have to say, what comes up for me for the smoking thing is...
What's that?
What, huh?
What's that?
Oh, what's up? It's the... Oh, gosh. That one listener. Is it Paul? Our friend Paul was a listener at the beginning that developed a protocol
Yes.
to quit smoking.
Yes.
And he said it was so successful, and they were thinking about taking it to the streets kind of thing because it was what was that?
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, let me find...
That sticks out to me so much because I thought if I ever come across somebody that says that they're having issues themselves or with family members that are looking to get help in this way, I thought he's the guy.
Yeah, I'm looking for... I have a...
Does he have a website?
He doesn't have a website. Let's see. Yeah, I know his name's...
Or maybe we could send him an email and ask what's going on with that, and then put a link on it to the show page so people that are interested might be able to contact him if that's something that could work.
Should we put his email on the thing?
Probably not.
Yeah, okay.
We should ask him, but...
Yeah, his name's Paul. I see his email here.
Let's work on that.
Yeah, I'll email Paul and see if he doesn't have a website set up for that thing yet.
Okay.
There's also a really great program that I'll put a link to. I think it's called 29 and Out, and it's available on webseed.com. That's Mike Adams' website. And let's see, I'm looking through here.
Gosh, you have so much in your brain.
Me?
Yes. As far as your head isn't huge. You have a lot in that brain.
It's stored in the Matrix.
You just pull all these things out. It is the Matrix. I remember Paul, though. I pulled him out of thin air there.
You pulled Paul out of thin air, did you? Let's see. Let me do all programs. Webseed.com. Yeah, my mistake. 14 and out. 29 and out was close. I was only a few off. Yeah, I'll put a link to that on this show page. It's called 14.
What does 14 and out actually mean? Like 14 days?
Let's take a look here. Access now. Learn. Let me click on this. Hopefully this doesn't start.
All right, next on the health.
Yeah, there's a video that starts.
I thought there was a man in my head.
That was Mike Adams. Learn the 10 key strategies you need to stop smoking for good. Get insider knowledge from the author teacher who has helped thousands of smokers stop smoking within 14 days.
So it is days.
Do it for your family, your significant other, or your kids. Today is the day you can begin to breathe free again. $39. But if you're trying to get, trying to quit smoking, $39. I would, especially with something like this, doing it naturally.
Oh, for sure. Well, and then there's your mom's story.
Yeah, she went to a hypnotist.
She did.
Yeah, that was good.
And she didn't smoke again.
She did not. She didn't believe in the hypnotist when she did it.
Crazy.
She was so skeptical and just had tried everything. And
this was years. What year was that?
This was 1987.
Wow. And she didn't pick up a cigarette after that, did she?
Nope.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? She didn't even believe in it, and it worked for her.
Well, there's something to that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I'm going out on a limb here, but...
Go out on a limb, Kate.
Mr. Chris Kaler
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of things that he has talked about with helping people not only lose weight and crazy things like that, very successfully, but addictions and things, breaking that. So
that's true.
He's chriskaler.net, right?
Yeah, KEHLER.
Is he .com or .net?
He's .net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have him on.
We'll have him on pretty soon.
So.
Yeah, chriskaler.net.
Those are a few things that I would look into, and I'm so thankful that you want to help your family and friends.
Yeah. I think, you know what I think?
What do you think?
This is what
you
time
think
it
that
is.
I have to go to the bathroom again?
This is what time it is.
What?
And now join us for Fun Facts with Kate.
Oh, man.
Where you never know what the heck is on her mind or gonna come out of her mouth.
Stop! You had a gleam in your eye. I don't like your sneaky eye look.
Sneaky eye.
Creepy eyes.
Hey, guess what? I looked at the time. 22:22 on this machine here that we're recording on.
Oh.
22:22.
Of course. The one time you looked at it all night, right?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
22:22.
Wow. Well, top 10 cholesterol regulating herbs.
Oh,
Bet you didn't know that was coming. We got garlic. We got turmeric.
For your cholesterol?
Yep, lowering.
Red rice, does it have that in there too?
What's red
rice yeast or something?
Oh, I'm not. Are you trying to beat me to my own fun fact?
Nope.
Oh, why would you say that?
Just checking. Just checking.
Fenugreek.
Fenugreek.
I'm not. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Ginger, artichoke, alfalfa, capsicum. Which is so interesting. Every time we visit your family in Australia, they call the green bell pepper capsicum. Would you like a capsicum on your sandwich? Like, what the heck is that?
So ginger, they said?
Ginger. Psyllium. This is my favorite. I don't even know what it is. Google.
What is it? What are you talking about?
Guggul. Google.
I've never heard of that one.
Widely used in Ayurvedic medicine, Google is a powerful substance derived from mukul tree that is used to stabilize the level of good and bad cholesterol in the body.
All right.
I'm also knocking out my having more fun in 2014. So that was just a little...
That was a little preview of things to come, people.
Preview. Isn't that great? Google? Never heard of it. And licorice.
Licorice, okay.
I had heard of that one, but...
Wow, okay.
So those are some the top 10 cholesterol regulating herbs.
I'm surprised they don't do the red yeast rice, because that's the big one that people take for cholesterol.
I hadn't heard of that, but I know that you know a lot about that kind of stuff, so...
You know what they say?
I'm sure it helps.
You know what they call ginger in Africa?
What?
Or
Ginguale.
Ginger ale?
In Africa?
In Africa.
Why don't you say it's better?
Ginguale.
You're making fun of me for saying Google. Ginger ale.
Ginguale.
That's how it's spelled.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it's spelled.
And I also got 12 home remedies for coughs, which I'm sure, found.
Let's see if these are something that can help me right now, because I got a cough.
Number 1, honey and cinnamon. I've heard of this one a lot. Have you?
I have, yeah.
You pour some honey, I think it's a tablespoon of it, I've heard, in a small mason jar container, and you put cinnamon to taste, not too much, but enough to make it palatable, and you take it as needed, a spoonful at a time, to quiet a cough. Both cinnamon and honey are antibacterial and antiviral.
I have to say, I did do a lot of honey though on my thing, and it didn't. I know they're antibacterial, but it didn't help me.
Not to you. I think you were beyond it with your stage of cough. But
yeah, my cough was bad.
I know when it's. Oh, sorry.
My still is less than great.
Less than desirable. I know when it says that you start to get one, that really can help. And then honey is known to coat and soothe your throat. So, lemon.
Okay, I did that one too.
Yep, helps to loosen and clear up phlegm. For those of you who didn't know, you can make a gargle with it with lemon honey. You can put 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of lemon, and mix it up and kind of make a warm lemonade, like 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of lemon, and a a sweetener, and you can gargle with it.
Oh, cool.
Elderberry syrup.
Okay.
Hot tea helps loosen congestion. Slippery elm.
Oh, wow.
Slippery elm is good for sore throats and sore bellies. It is commonly used in colonial America. It was commonly used in colonial America, and it goes into a lot of reasons why slippery elm is good for that.
Wow.
Herbal cough syrup. You can use that.
Okay.
There's one called Rosemary Gladstars Cough Begone and Sore Throat Syrup. It's made of an assortment of herbs and sweetened with honey. Okay. You can find the full recipe at this herbal cold and cough care post. We can post that.
Nice.
And number 6, herbal cough lozenges.
Oh, wow.
And they give you... Mountain Rose Herbs actually explains how to make homemade lozenges with slippery elm bark, licorice root, and honey.
Okay.
And then there's also peppermint. There's steam.
Steam.
Steamy shower. I used to actually boil a pot of just hot water and maybe a drop of eucalyptus and put my head and put a towel over my head on the stove. And just, it really helps. Really helps.
Wow.
Cold air. Interesting.
Wow. Cold air would screw me up.
I know. That was a horrible thing for you. But this person claims that they came across this by accident when their youngest baby had a croup cough. And they had to take him to the ER in the middle of the night. And when they were transporting him, the cold air quieted his cough.
Wow.
Interesting. It says that it could help reduce swelling and inflammation in the throat. I mean, that makes sense, but...
Wow.
Booze.
Nice.
Booze is another one. The alcohol definitely can act as a bacteria killer. I don't know how much we recommend that, but I know it is known to help. Whiskey is a popular option. Milk and butter, interestingly enough.
That is interesting. I would think that dairy products wouldn't be good for congestion.
You'd think it would cause more phlegm, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. This is just something I found online.
Okay.
They're just remedies that people swear by, but
okay.
This person suggests combining... Who knows?
Yeah.
Combining 1 cup of warm milk with 2 tablespoons of sweet butter for dry coughs.
Oh.
To help it be... they'll work for a dry, unproductive cough with not much mucus because it will help the coat and relax the throat.
Wow, that's interesting. Because that's what I have right now is that tail end of that whooping cough. Mm-hmm. It sounds so bad, doesn't it? It sounds like I've got anthrax or something.
I know.
Like I've got swine flu or something. It just sounds so animalistic.
H1N1.
H1N1. This is, let's see, combining 1 cup of warm milk with 2 tablespoons of sweet butter. What do? Drink it?
I think so. It sounds gross. And the skim milk doesn't have enough fat to get the job done. So you have to do the
Well, I guess we could buy like a raw milk and do this.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
And Chinese hot mustard, wasabi, or horseradish.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So those are things to consider.
Interesting. If you guys are interested in getting any of those herbs or anything like that, you can get them through Mountain Rose Herbs. If you get them through our site, it'd be a great way to support us. And that's where we get all of our bulk herbs. We get our shaga, our reishi, all of our bulk herbs that we do from Mountain Rose Herbs. If you go to extremehealthradio.com/mountain, you'll be redirected over there. Then you can bookmark that page and use that link anytime you make purchases on Mountain Rose Herbs. Really great outfit, really great website for bulk herbs. Really, I think the best prices online.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And they have all kinds of stuff too, herb-related products. All their stuff's wild-crafted and organic. And
yeah, I love that word, wild-crafted.
Yeah, do you like that?
I do. I think it's something beautiful about it.
It's good, isn't it?
Do you know that I can't find my quote?
Oh, I sent you a new email with the quote.
I know, but the one you sent me, the content is currently unavailable.
Oh, really?
So I need a new quote.
I
was going to end with a quote, but I can't find one.
Let me take a look.
Okay.
Oh, it does say that, doesn't it?
See?
So, okay, we'll just have you do the quote in a second, but I want to kind of close out the show here. And if you guys have found any value in this show and enjoyed it, if you could do us a huge favor and pass this show on to your friends, that would be a really helpful thing for us, and it would just be really great. A great way to do that, if you can, is through Facebook. If you can share this show, extremehealthradio.com/195 with your Facebook friends on your wall, that would be extremely helpful to us. But also some other ways that you can support us too are donations. If you have a few extra dollars, would like to send us $5 or $10, $20 every now and then, or on a monthly schedule thing, that would be extremely helpful, because we rely on your donations as a huge part of being able to pay all the bills here, and they're starting to stack up. So, it would be really helpful if you guys wanted to do that. Also, if you aren't so inclined to send a donation, by the way, you can do that through extremehealthradio.com/donate. But if you're interested more in purchasing products through us, you can always check out our store. We've got over 40 products there now, and we're going to be adding lots more as time goes on. But there's really some great products, digital products, physical products, programs on how to do juice cleanses and how to ferment food, as well as physical products like blenders and juicers and appliances and dehydrators and kitchen tools and all kinds of really great physical products that we have. And then we have products divided up by category in terms of health conditions. So if you have cancer or heart disease, there's a lot of products in those particular areas on our store too. So check out our store, see if there's anything there for you that you're interested in. And if you purchase through our link, that will be a great way to support us too. Or you can also send our store to your friends or spread the word that way. But any help and support you can give us that way would be extremely helpful. So
that'd be great.
Just want to let you guys know about that.
And this show in particular, if you think about it too, if you could please pass on that the link to Malachi's vision for Chicago's youth, that would be amazing.
Oh, yes.
So consider that, please, if you want to tell your friends or just spread the word that way, because that would be something that we really want to put out there. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Okay, you got a final quote?
I do have a quote now.
Okay, what do you got? We'll close out with this.
This is by Gonzo Arzwaga.
Okay.
I think I'm saying the last name right.
I like it.
Learn how to handle rejection, hard work, and function outside of your comfort zone. Success will be yours.
Thank you for listening to this episode.
It's time to go for now, but our mission does not end with this show.
Justin and Kate will be back with another interview packed full of ideas, discoveries, and unique ways to regain your health.
Head on over to extremehealthradio.com/subscribe and instantly download our free gift too that contains cutting-edge strategies to start making healthy lifestyle changes today.
No material on this blog is intended to suggest that you should not seek professional medical care. Always work with qualified medical professionals, even as you educate yourself in the field of live food nutrition and alternative medicine. I'm not a doctor, nor am I offering readers or listeners medical advice of any kind. None of the information offered here should be interpreted as a diagnosis of any disease, nor